Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smell test.
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It is time for State of the Atmosphere. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We got the rise of Palworld and the Oscar announcements. So let's get to it tonight on State of the Atmosphere. All right, welcome aboard for State of the Atmosphere. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and tonight looks like, at least at the start, I'm all by myself. It's January, everybody's back to work, and so I guess they're all on their way home right about now. I start this show kind of early for most folks anyway. That's probably why I don't get too many guests on board, but it's good to see you guys. We're going to get right into it. Of course, you know what we like to do is give you a pop culture update every week. So let's get right into that. First thing we want to get into is the. Let me see. I've got everything lined up here. It's just, I want to get this set up correctly here. Okay, there we go. All right. First thing we got to talk about is, as usual, the box office for this week, right? Now, this week, the holidays are over, so not that many people are going, but apparently a lot of people are still going to see Mean Girls. It's the only one in double digits this week. Of course, you see there's massive drops in each section. The ones that's not dropping much is Migration. Apparently, that's been a popular uh, uh, cartoon that came out. I'm not sure. I don't think that's Pixar, but it says Universal Pictures over there. So I'm not sure what their company's called, but anyway, we got Mean Girls in the top spot, 11 million. Then you got The Beekeeper holding strong at number 2 with 8 million, and Wonka is still cashing in every week. It's up to 187,000 domestically. We'll have to look and see what their international number is. Number 4 is Migration, and number 5 is Anyone But You. That one seems to have, for a romantic comedy, anyway, it's got some legs. So we'll see how it ends up in the next few weeks. But let me take a look at international numbers real quick. Let's see. Actually, worldwide should give us all of it. Yeah. Um, for this year so far, of course, this is sorted by worldwide first. Beekeepers making more than the rest of them so far. But Mean Girls domestically is number one with 51 million. It's pretty interesting, man. Pretty interesting stuff. What's going on, Knock? Good to see you, bro.
Hey there, buddy. Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
about that. I was having a conversation, so.
You're fine, man. You're fine. Nobody has to be. I've tell people a million times, man. If you're not ready to do a solo stream, you don't need to be streaming. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I was just looking at the worldwide numbers for Beekeeper and Mean Girls, the two top movies, and domestically, Mean Girls is more popular so far this year, but internationally, it looks like Beekeeper is. So we'll see. We'll have to keep track of that and see. But not many people are going to the movies, as you can see. The top five this week was not really that huge. Hang on just a second. Let me see. Weekend. Let me get it. I went back. It should have gone straight back there. I don't understand why it does that. I think it's just because I'm Irish. It does that, man. But anyway, yeah, the only one in double digits was Mean Girls this week. Of course, you know the holidays are over, and like I said at the top, everybody's back to work. So, you know, hey, I know I'm not going to the movies anytime soon. So, I'd love to go see The Beekeeper, but I just can't find the time, man. You know what? I'm going to find time for this when the NFL's over. That's when I'm going to find time for it. Because I know
Pro
you're
Bowl
like me.
weekend.
You're watching the games, right? I mean,
Do during Pro Bowl weekend. There you
yeah, there you go. Pro Bowl weekend. I'll go see it then. Yeah.
go.
Because I damn sure ain't going to see it next weekend. That's well, actually,
Saturday.
I'm off on Saturdays now, right? And yeah, the games are on Sunday, but the Royal Rumble is Saturday, man. And I don't want to miss the Royal Rumble, dude. And
The Royal Frumble.
you can call it whatever you want. I like wrestling, man, okay? I enjoy wrestling. So but anyway, yeah, that is what's going on at the box office now. In other news, let me stop sharing this way and start doing it another way so I can get my shite together here. Okay, there it is. All right. In other news this week, WWE's Raw is moving to Netflix next year, the January of 2025, in a major streaming deal worth more than $5 billion. And if you go read the details of this article, um, let's see, WWE's weekly television show Raw will move to Netflix next year as part of a major streaming deal worth more than $5 billion. TKO Group Holdings Incorporated, which houses WWE and UFC, said that in a regulatory filing on Tuesday that the agreement is for 10 years, with Netflix having an option to extend the deal for an additional 10 years. There's also an opt out available to Netflix after the initial five. So basically, $5 billion because it's going to be like 500 million a year. They're going to be paying for this. Um, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what I was going to get into. There was the options that Netflix has. If it doesn't do well for them, they can get out after 5 years. But if it does well for them, they can add 10 to the deal. So this is pretty interesting because this will be the first. I mean, what's funny is I know you're one of the binge guys, right? The network that started the binge model, Netflix, right? Is now going to have a weekly TV show, a weekly, you know, wrestling show that actually it was the flagship show for WWE for a long time until they put SmackDown on Fox. So um, SmackDown now we found out is going back to the USA network. So USA is going to continue to have a some say in WWE programming, and they're really covering their bases to get more people to watch them. They've got USA with SmackDown, which that's your cable people and all that stuff. You've got WWE with the Netflix streaming service. Plus, their NXT brand, which is it's usually it's been a developmental brand, but they're putting some of their bigger stars on there to get eyes on it. It's moving to the CW. CW is making some moves to get some decent programming, and that's the NXT is going to be on CW going forward. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Um, I know you're not a big fan of wrestling or anything like that, but you got to recognize that going to Netflix is a huge deal. It really is. It's going to make WWE a whole lot of money for sure. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Oh, Tim is here. Did I lose a bet? No, no. Actually, if I had a Lions jersey, I'd be wearing it today. I'm wearing the jerseys of the teams that I want to see win this weekend. So, John, he'll be here in a little while. He's got to get home from work, so he's going to be fashionably late. But Knock is here with me. How has your week gone so far? By the way, Knock.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Just been addicted to this Palworld.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, most of the focus of this show is going to be on video games because it's been a lot of stuff in the video game world this week, and it's pretty neat, man. You were right on top of that, dude. Are you sharing your screen to show some of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to,
Are you playing it right now?
I am playing it right now. Yeah.
Check it out. Gameplay of Palworld. Of course, we're going to cover that here in a little bit. But yeah, man, apparently Pokemon with guns has become extremely popular, boys and girls. Extremely popular. But anyway, let's finish up the pop culture news. We got this one here. Doug Liman's Amazon MGM movie Roadhouse to open SXSW. Now, if you don't know what SXSW is, this is a festival of music, tech, film, basically for creators down in Austin, Texas. They started in 1987. And the big, it's not so much that they're going to show this movie. I mean, the biggest movie that's going to be down there at the that festival is going to be The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling, that new one. But the thing about it is, Doug Liman is you see right here the headline up here. Doug Liman on boycotting SXSW premiere of Roadhouse to protest Amazon and MGM bypassing theaters for streaming only release. It's only going to be on Amazon Prime. They're not going to put it in theaters. And this is a remake of Roadhouse, the classic movie with Patrick Swayze in it that a lot of us adore. Yeah, so apparently the director is not happy with the fact that they're not going to have a theatrical release and is not going to go to the premiere down at I believe it's in March is when that is, I believe. But anyway, the big news in Hollywood this week was, of course, the Academy Awards. The nominations came out, and this headline here, it says that diverse, global, and even funny Oscar noms, meaning nominations, for a change, but with few genuine surprises. Yeah. I guess the most surprising thing about it was that Margot Robbie wasn't nominated for Barbie, nor was the director. Good to see you, E. Clay Thomas. Yeah, neither one were nominated. I've got the nominations here, and I'm going to let you guys know what they are real quick. Let me pump up the volume on this so you guys can see it on the screen. Okay. Actor in a leading role is going to be, hang on, let me crank it down just a second. Okay. Bradley Cooper in Maestro. Coleman Domingo in Rustin. I'm kind of happy he's in there. Coleman Domingo, if you've ever watched Fear the Walking Dead, he's one of the characters on there. And he apparently came out in 3 different movies last year, and he got nominated for one called Rustin. I'm going to have to make notes here because I try and watch as many of the nominated movies as I can. So there's a few of them I haven't seen yet. Paul Giamatti, who ends up nominated a lot, is being nominated for The Holdovers. Cillian Murphy is being nominated for Oppenheimer. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is his first nomination ever. And Jeffrey Wright is being nominated for American Fiction. That's another one that's up for a lot of awards. Apparently, there was 3 movies in double-digit nominations this year. E. Clay Thomas says South by Southwest is much easier to say than yeah, absolutely. I never have. I hate that acronym. I always get it mixed up with something else. Did they officially change the name? That's all they're calling it is XS or no SXSW. It's South by Southwest, yeah, for sure. But anyway, that's your actors in a leading role. Actor in a supporting role. They've got Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction. American Fiction got a lot of nominations. Robert De Niro is nominated for Killers of the Flower Moon. Robert Downey Jr. This is the guy I'm pulling for right here. I'd love to see Robert Downey get an Oscar. I can't remember if he won for playing Chaplin in that movie about Chaplin. I know he was nominated. I don't think he won it, but he hasn't been nominated in a long time. I'd love to see him win it for Oppenheimer. Ryan Gosling is nominated for playing Ken in Barbie. And Margot Robbie didn't get nominated. You believe that? And Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. I almost cringe at the fact that I need to watch Poor Things just to see what it's about. Oh man, that movie looks really, really weird to me. But actress in a leading role, Annette Bening in Naiad. Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon. I think she's the Indian girl that's the main character in it. Sandra Huller in Anatomy of a Fall. Carey Mulligan in Maestro, and Emma Stone in Poor Things. Let's see. E. Clay says the Oscars are a joke. I don't really care who wins. Hey, I think it's just important that people get nominated, really, myself, because these things are political. They don't usually give, the Oscar to who really did the best job. There's a lot of politics behind this. For instance, and I've said this several times, they showered a bunch of Oscars on Clint Eastwood for Unforgiven when they should have given them to him for doing Outlaw Josie Wales, which is a much better movie. Same thing with Denzel Washington. They gave him his lead actor Academy Award for Training Day when they should have given it to him the year before for The Hurricane. Everybody that's seen both movies will tell you that for sure. But yeah, so, there's a lot of politics.
I never saw Hurricane, so Training Day was.
Hurricane is the true story of a boxer that was put in prison for most of his life and the battle that he had to try and get out because he was wrongly accused. And it's fantastic. It is the best part that Denzel Washington's ever played, as far as I'm concerned. He's dynamite in that movie. He really is. You need to watch The Hurricane. You'll if you like Denzel, you need to add that to your watch list for him because it's his best thing ever. But it's a true story. Let's see. Actress in a supporting role, Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer. Well deserved, if you ask me. And I've seen Oppenheimer. I need to watch some of these other ones. The Color Purple, which is a musical remake of that classic movie. Danielle Brooks got nominated. America Ferrera for Barbie. I thought that was interesting. Jodie Foster in Naiad, and Divine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. And then we've got a bunch of different ones that I don't really focus on, but animated film Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse did get nominated. Now, it won Best Animated Film. The first one did. I don't know that this one will do it, but it might. You never know. Cinematography, costume design. These, unless you've seen these movies, you really can't, you don't know much about them. Now, directing's a big one. Anatomy of a Fall. Justine Triet is up. Of course, Scorsese's up for Killers of the Flower Moon. Christopher Nolan's up for Oppenheimer. I really hope he gets it because I don't know. Oppenheimer's got the most. It's got, I think, 16 nominations, and I really hope that it sweeps a bunch of them. I don't think it's going to win them all, but I'm hoping that it'll get director and picture. I really do. If nothing else, if it only gets one, I want to see it get director. You know, Poor Things, Yorgos Lanthimos, and The Zone of Interest, Jonathan Glazer. Now, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of these movies, so I'm gonna have to look into them. And we'll make our picks for the Oscars like the week before they happen. That'll give us time to watch some of this stuff. But the other ones we want to look at is now Song is going to be a good one this year. The Fire Inside from Flaming Hot is up. I'm Just Ken and What Was I Made For, or from Barbie, are both up for it. I really think Billie Eilish might win one for What Was I Made For. It Never Went Away from American Symphony, and I don't even want to pronounce that. It's Waza, something like that. Killers of the Flower Moon, A Song for My People. Must be an Indian song. And there's John. He's in. What's going on, man? I got my Trent Green jersey on. This is not a Pacheco, bro. This is a Trent Green. But anyway, Best Picture, of course, they nominate 10 movies now. And I really think they do that just to recognize a lot more people. You know, they still only give out one award, but they do nominate 10 this year, and 10. And this year, American Fiction's up, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest are all up for Best Picture. I'm pulling for Oppenheimer, but like I said, I haven't watched all of these yet. I would laugh my ass off if Barbie won Best Picture. That would crack me right the fuck up. But if that movie does get any one particular like acting or directing, well, it won't get directing because the director was snubbed. She wasn't put up for it. But if it does win one acting award, I think, either America Ferrera or Ryan Gosling in supporting roles would be good. You know what I mean? Because both of them were good in the movie. So anyway, but I'm not rooting for him in those categories. Well, America Ferrera I am, but I'm rooting for Robert Downey Jr. in supporting role in Oppenheimer, dude. I really think he was great because he really, well, I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen the movie, but yeah, he's definitely not what he seems in that flick. But anyway, that is the big awards given out.
They snubbed Godzilla for Best Foreign Film. That pissed me off.
They did. That kind of pissed me off. I was I felt for you on that one. Now it's up for special effects, I think.
I mean, it was not a great movie, so I mean, I don't.
That's in your opinion, though, man. There's a lot of people that dug that flick. So, but yeah, from what I understand, the special effects are really great in that flick. So, maybe it'll get it. But I don't know. Movies like Guardians of the Galaxy. There's. I don't know. We'll see. Who's up for? Hang on. Let me see. Now we're talking special effects, right? Let's see who's up for special effects. Are these? They're probably in alphabetical order, right? Well, where's the special effects one? Visual effects. There it is. Visual effects. The Creator, which I haven't seen. That's the one with.
It was boring.
Was it boring? It kind of struck me as it might be. You know what I mean? Protect the kid kind of movie, right?
I didn't even finish it. I didn't connect.
Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning is up for special effects. Interesting. And Napoleon. And I hate to tell you, the one that might get is Napoleon because they use a lot of special effects to create those battle scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I'd love to see Godzilla at least get one. That may be why they, put it in there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, man. So that is the Academy Award nominations. The awards show is, let's see. Hang on. Let me scroll up here. I'm not sure the date. Let's see.
I think
Oscars.
it's usually February or March, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the beginning of March this year. I'm not sure. Let me search real quick and find out. Hang on. Let's see. Oscars. Do, 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 do. 20. Let's see. 2024 date. Let's see. It's gonna be. When is the ceremony? Come on, man.
Just Google it.
I'm doing it right now. It's just they don't friggin' tell you.
What a terrible show. It doesn't tell you
I
when it's on.
know. Doesn't tell you shit.
It's
Let's
not worth
see.
watching if you don't know the time.
Right? Damn it. March 10th.
Yeah.
March 10th. That's when it's gonna be. March 10th.
Wow.
But I'm not excited to see it. I don't watch it anymore. I used to watch it all the time. Let's see. What is the favorite for best foreign film then? Oh, I don't know. I have no clue what it is. I don't even know what the five of them that are. I don't even know the five of them that are up for it, man. I don't watch, of course. You know, most people that watch my stuff know I don't watch foreign films because I can't read the subtitles fast enough. So, you know, I just don't. But I really want to see Godzilla. Just because of the subject matter. I think I'm gonna have to suffer through on that. Pause it, watching at home and pause it a bunch or something. But yeah, man. I don't even watch the ceremony anymore. I used to watch it religiously, and this is back when, you know, I always go back to that girl that won for the movie Julia. She got up there and started spouting some kind of political thing, and they booed her off the stage. That's the way it was when back in the '80s when I watched it a lot. You know, I've gone to Academy Award parties before and stuff like that at our local independent movie house, and just had a ball. You know, but yeah, ever since these, you know, this. Oh, whatever you want to call it, the DIE, whatever, you know, woke stuff has been happening. I haven't watched it. Last year, I watched quite a bit of it because it actually was a little less of that kind of stuff going on. But with Jimmy Kimmel friggin' covered, I can't stand that guy. So it's kind of hard for me to watch it these days. I watch it more for the presenters. You know what I mean? They're pretty funny still to this day. You know, because it's all their peers. You know, it's always the like when they do best actor, they always have the best actress from the year before come out there and give out the award. You know, it's like they change the gender and it's the same award. You know, kind of thing. What's up, Kyler? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Let's see. You thought you could get away from me. No, I don't ever think I can run from people. It's the internet. You can find me anywhere. I'm easy to find, pal. But anyway, yeah. So I know you guys probably don't watch it, but I always enjoy it. Of course, back in the day, it was a celebration of film. You know.
Yeah.
And hopefully
when it mattered.
Right. And well, it's always been political though, and I was just talking about that before you came in, bud.
Yeah.
It's always got politics behind it. I mean, they shower all this praise on Clint Eastwood for Unforgiven when they should have done it for Outlaw Josie Wales. I mean, come on, man. Outlaw Josie Wales, in my opinion, is the greatest Western ever made. I think it's just, I don't think there's any that are better. And, you know, the fact that they didn't shower praise on him for that one. Of course, it's because he was young. They tend to wait until these guys are older to shower praise on him. That's why I really think Robert Downey Jr. is going to win an Oscar this year for Oppenheimer. So anyway, I know you guys probably haven't seen any of the movies that they've nominated, except for maybe Oppenheimer. If for nothing else, Barbie did achieve one thing. That Barbenheimer thing got people to go see Oppenheimer, which is a good movie. You know.
Yeah. That was great marketing.
Yes, it was. Absolutely, man. I don't know. Knock, are you a Nolan fan like I am? I love his stuff. I think he's awesome. I always have, and I'll go see anything with his name on it. You know,
I
What do
mean,
you think
I've
of the guy?
never, I'm not a director guy, so I
Yeah.
can't really say one way or the other. You have to
Yeah.
give me a list of what he's made, and then I can say yes or no.
Oh, okay. Well, Memento. That's one of his earlier movies.
Never
I
seen it.
think the first movie I ever watched he directed was Insomnia with Robin Williams and Al Pacino. That was a really good one. His shows are always mind benders, man. He did the Dark Knight trilogy with your boy Christian Bale. I know you love those movies.
He
Yeah,
did
I think that's
Tenet.
where I most known him from.
He did Tenet.
Yeah. He did Tenet. He did Inception with the the Dream Thieves movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, he's done a what was the war movie he did? Dunkirk.
Yeah.
That movie.
I did not like that one at all. It was a dumb movie.
See, yeah, and I can understand that. But he did, and I'm sure if my wife ever watched it, she's not a war movie fan, but it would drive her nuts. It would absolutely drive her nuts because it's not linear. You know what I mean? He showed you 1 week on the beach, 1 day at sea, and 1 hour in the air across the whole movie, right? He's always got to put some kind of mind-bending twist on it. You know what I mean? So, let's see. The Batman's. E. Clay Thomas says, "Yeah, yep." But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've got some homework to do. I always do this time of year. I've only seen 2 of the movies that have double digit Oscar nominations. I feel like I need to see American Fiction. I need to see that one. I really am not looking forward to it, but it's up for a lot of awards. That one with Emma Stone in it. That's kind of a weird take on Frankenstein, kind of. What's that called? Poor Things. Yeah, that thing right there kind of makes me kind of scared. But anyway, but that's the pop culture update. The big news was the Academy Award nominations, and I'm pulling for. Well, I can tell you right now who I'm pulling for in each category. I'm pulling for Oppenheimer to win Best Picture, Nolan to win Best Director. I want to see for Best Actor. I want to see Cillian Murphy get it because he's never been nominated for anything. I really wanted to see Oppenheimer win a lot of stuff. I really think Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey Jr. I want to see him get that. America Ferrera, I'm pulling for Barbie in Best Supporting Actress. And Best Actress, I want to see Emily Blunt. So, yeah, everything Oppenheimer, man, for me,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Breaking news:
Oh,
Jim
no.
Harbaugh is the new coach for the Chargers.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, but we didn't have a good space for it, and then
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody that watches us knows we watch football, man. Well, great.
Why all the coaches got to come to my freaking conference? Man?
Great. One of my
fuck,
favorite
man?
young quarterbacks in the league is now going to be coached by Jim Harbaugh. You people suck. You really do. I hate. I'm really starting to hate the Chargers organization. They just they break my heart. I hate that guy.
And Big
I wonder
Fangio is
if
fired
Michigan
from-
will have a player exodus like Alabama did. No, they won't. Look, man, he's the only reason why they got a championship. If he hadn't gone there, they wouldn't have got one.
Some of them might get drafted by him.
Yeah, right. He'll end up drafting half the fucking
JJ
team.
McCarthy, he
Oh,
might
my
get
God.
picked up. He'll be the backup to.
Yeah, good. Well, at least Belichick won't be going to your division. Hey, you guys can learn to hate Harbaugh just the way I did, watching him bitch and moan every time he doesn't get a flag. Yeah, you guys will enjoy that a lot. But anyway, okay, so the main deal I wanted to do tonight, and this kind of grew out of last week we were talking, and Knock brought up this game called Palworld. And he said it was something like Ark with Pokemon in it and stuff like that. And I've never played Ark, and I've never been a big Pokemon fan, but excuse me, I am a fan of video games, and there was a lot more video game news this week, so I figured we'd cover video games this week. And starting with Palworld. Let's see, hang on. We got some comments here. Tim says, get back to work, Johnny. Talking to you. And the Chargers should have stayed in San Diego to begin with. Yes, they should have. Any place with a devoted fan base should never lose their franchise, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That's why I will not be rooting for the Ravens this weekend. No matter how good they are, I will not root for that team. The only reason why I rooted for them ever is because Ray Lewis was there, and I rooted for the player more than I did the team. I think they're shit for leaving Cleveland the way they did in the middle of the night. But anyway, but that's okay. That's okay, because Bill Belichick left there because of that, and ended up bringing all those championships to New England. So it works out just fine. Yeah. But anyway, let's get into this, man. Knock gave us a heads up about this last week. Said he was enjoying it. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody's playing this thing, man. Let's take a look at some of these headlines. Palworld sails to new heights as it becomes the second ever Steam game to hit 2 million concurrent players. Does that mean 2 million online at the same time? Is that means?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what's crazy about that number is, PUBG was the number one at 3.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this number includes Xbox, which would be as significant.
It doesn't. That's just Steam.
It doesn't. This is Steam.
That's just Steam.
Yeah.
So that number could potentially be even high. I don't know how much higher, wise, but and Game Pass was free. If you had Game Pass, you got the game for free. So this is 2 million people that paid $30 for it, on top of the people that for Xbox played it for free.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Palworld has eclipsed 2 million concurrent players on Steam, becoming only the second ever game on Valve's platform to do so. Yeah, man, that is absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
Pup is the only other one that's done it, man.
And PUBG was only a PC only, so there was no chance of it being on a different console,
right?
Like Palworld.
Let's see. I have some other stories here. Let's see. Palworld video game ignites furor as it becomes an overnight sensation. The number that struck me here: Palworld has sold over 7 million copies in only 5 days. What the fuck?
On Steam alone. Yep.
That is
pretty good for an indie company. Because a company that makes it's not very big at all.
Apparently, they're really young too.
Yep.
Like the actual developers are really young. Like
that
super
is
young.
Absolutely insane. Let's see. Yeah. I'll just let that play. You guys can read about it. Yeah. William's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to.
I'm surprised if you're a gamer. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. It's both. Clay, you can do either or. You can play by yourself. I play by myself, or you can join a server.
He's playing right now. There he is, right there fishing.
Right now.
Check this fool out fishing. Right now.
Well, that's a sword. I'm not fishing. That's a sword.
Oh,
so that's my little base down here. Yeah, I'll go down there. You can see a couple of
they're
called pals.
Uh-huh.
These are called pals. These are a couple of mine. You can actually see them. They're actually some of them are working. I don't have. Each one has a skill. So if it's this is the fire guy. So this is my furnace. So when I have to, let's see if I have anything to put in there. So they can.
And he's playing this on Game Pass, folks. He's
So and then one of the Pokemon will come over, and then he'll just start. Because he's a fire type, he's going to light the furnace. And then you can see that my ingots being created. So there's all kinds of different things you can do. You have some that are handyman. He's over here breaking rocks so I can get stone. So they just depending on what they're
And this is your base you built?
This is a little base I built. This is like the starting area. And of course this little guy, he's chilling my fridge. Right now he's all happy. He's just all he does is just sit there. That's all he does. He just sits there and he chills my fridge. And then you have little beds. If you don't have beds, they stress out. You got to watch their sanity levels.
Oh
If
my
they're
God! It's
overworked,
got a
they'll
Sims
start.
component to it too.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh
I
my
got these hot
God!
springs. They'll actually just sit in here and they'll just chill out for a little bit, and then their sanity will go back up, and then they'll go back to work. And you got to feed them,
Wow.
and and then you can take a
So
group
this
of
is what
them.
you were doing last night, John, when you said you were building.
Yep. I just started though, so I've just got
Yeah,
the.
and then of course you can carry some, so you can release them in spears. They're not pokeballs; they're spears, and then you can just fly around. There's a huge map. So this is my little island right here that I'm at, and there's all this up here. Let me see if I can zoom out. So this is what I've discovered so far, and then I still got this other top half to show to look at.
Right.
And this is after playing for like a week.
Damn, bro.
So there's still a bunch over here that I haven't looked at. I think there might be something down here. So, and then all these are fast points. All these little eagle signs are just fast points. And then some places have boss fights where you can go and collect. They're like bigger versions of regular guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're the boss version.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see a couple of those, and they respawn about every hour. So you go back and collect them, and then you can basically turn them in to create to make one stronger, like Highlander. There can only be one. So yeah, there's a machine over here where you disintegrate the other ones and turn your one stronger and stuff like that. And they can hold machine guns and all kinds of silliness, and they fight. And you low, just like Pokemon, you fight them till they're weaker and and yeah, that's the game. And like I said, it's single player. You can join guilds. You can play online. It's an online game. You can, if you have friends, they can join you. Steam and Game Pass cannot cross platform right now because they're two different versions of the game. Eventually they will. For whatever reason, they came out with different versions of the game. Like
Tyler's
I
asking,
can't even name my pets.
MMO? Is it a multiplayer?
That's what I was explaining. Yeah. You can play it online. Yes, it's essentially. I mean, I don't think there are like hundreds of players on the server. I don't know how big they get. One guy I was watching early this morning. This guy gets into depression spills. My favorite streamer of all time gets into depression spills. Right. He hasn't played for like a month. He hasn't streamed for a month.
Yeah.
He played today to play Palworld. That's how alluring.
Yeah, apparently Pokemon with guns is hot right now. Apparently,
well, it has elements of Breath of the Wild, where you saw me gliding down to the base. That has a stamina bar, and then you can climb just like in Breath of the Wild. So it's got things of that. It's got Pokemon. It's got survival skills like Arc, the tech tree where you buy your skills in order to build things is exactly like Arc.
Yeah.
So you want to make a Pokeball, you got to buy that skill. You have to buy that schematics kind of deal.
And oh my God, it's got microtransactions too?
No, it's a tech tree. Here, I can put me back up and I'll show you.
Sure.
Just real
You're
quick.
saying you were buying things, so
yeah. Well, as you gain levels, you get skill points,
and
then with that you have a tech tree. So here's level 1. With level 1, you can get a stone axe, a stone pickaxe, and then that'll help you with wood and stone, and then a workbench. And then when you get level 2, you get more points, but you have to be selective because you can't buy everything, right? Because there's not enough points in the game, as far as I know. And so you just keep you level up your guy. You can unlock more things, and then you can buy whichever you want. And then of course you can get like little plantations, so you can start getting seeds and food and berries, and your guys. If you have a plant pal, he can seed it. A water one can water it. And then a gatherer can pick up all the food that you make and take it to your box for you. So as long as you have one of each,
there's a huge crafting component. There's PvP. Oh, yeah. There's an open world component to it with a bunch of exploration. Wow, man, that sounds. No wonder this is so damn popular.
Yeah, and it's actually optimized pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it runs quite smoothly.
Thanks a lot,
It can be janky at times. It is an early access.
Buddy.
It is an early access, and yeah. Oh, trust me, yeah.
Little plantations. What could go wrong there?
Yeah, they can get overworked. They'll get mad. They'll be like, I don't feel like doing this anymore, and then like they'll just go take a nap. Here's my little guy. You can have electricity. Let me put him away back in his sphere. So that's my little electric jolt hog. So he's powering this generator right here, and so I can have electrical items on my base, and this powers it, and he powers it.
That's crazy, man.
So if he doesn't, it's like a battery. So if he doesn't power it, it just eventually dies out until another electric, POW is sitting next to it, and that's all he does. He just sits there. Every once in a while, you can get raided, so I got to close my gate and protect my walls. So stuff like that. I can upgrade
other players can jump into your shit.
I'm not sure about that because I don't have PvP. I don't have multiplayer. I'm playing on a single server, like a single player private server.
You can choose the way you do it. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. You can choose how much experience you get. My guy's a little overpowered. I played for like 30 levels and then I messed around with the settings. Actually, I can show you real quick. Return to title. It just saves it automatically. You could just go to the title. It takes you to the main screen. Here in a second.
Yep.
Maybe.
Sure. No, that's cool, man. Look, you were so hyped about it last week, and then after, dude, you mentioned this game, and then all of a sudden, everybody I know on YouTube that plays games was playing this within about 3 days, dude.
See, there you go. Like, if you have a code, you can or someone's server, you can join in there. But you can start your own. So here's mine. You can create as many as you. I don't even know if there's a limit how many you can create. But down here, it's kind of hide that. So you can change the world settings right here. So here's the difficulty. You can do it. Here's multiplayer on or off. So you can turn it on, and then here's custom, and then custom settings here. How long you want the day to last? Because there is a day and night cycle. How much experience you get, like POW capture rate, so it's easier to capture. Mine's all like on cheating, so I could do crazy amount of damage right now. I don't get hungry. I don't lose stamina. Like I'm on cheat mode right now. So so there's a bunch of and you can make it as hard as you want. You can make it so it takes a million spears to capture a POW and stuff like that. Or you like the death penalty. Right now I have it on no drop, so you can make it so you lose everything if you die, kind of deal, or you lose nothing. So you make it as difficult as you want. So, and this right here, the max number of guilds, this is 20. So that's different guilds that can have different groups on your party that are on your server.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a fun game to you just go around. You start out with just yourself, and you can pick up a stick and a rock. That's how that base started.
Start, huh?
That's how you
and
start.
It builds up to that.
Yep. And that's most survival games. You just start out with a stick and a rock, and that's it. And then you build your way up. So yeah, it's just a fun little game. And then of course all the POWs have different abilities. Some of them you can ride. Some of them you can actually carry. You can pick them up and use them like a machine gun. Some of them carry machine guns. They I don't know if you saw it, but there's like a production line. So they're all sitting. There's like 3 different POWs sitting on a production line working on whatever I'm trying to create.
Right.
And the more POWs you have working on something, the faster it gets created.
Of course.
So and
that makes complete sense.
You can level up your own stats and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's a huge map. And there's 111 POWs right now. So there's 111 different creatures you can capture.
Yeah. Sounds cool, man. Freaking I just, I've never been into Pokemon or any of that, so that's just I'll stick to DCUO for my MMO. You know what I mean? I don't even have time to play that anymore. So
I haven't really had any games I've been playing right now, so this is like
mine is right now. Mine is Baldur's Gate. That John got me
right.
Baldur's Gate, and I'm playing the shit out of that. I played it for a couple hours today before I jumped on here. So,
but that's what I was trying to tell John. Like, man, you gotta put, at least for right now, you gotta put this on your weekly schedule because ride the wave right now because like everyone's playing this right now.
Yeah. I think he's leaning towards playing it next week after he's got some stuff built up. I think that's what he's waiting on.
Till I get used to everything, and then I'll start a new world with a new character. But
yeah.
Hey, I mean, don't skip out on letting people see you struggle. It's very entertaining. That's why we like doing with Joe.
That's the whole point of it, right?
Yeah. So it's funny when you see. I mean, I think people like seeing when other people see things for the first time,
right?
And like teaching you stuff. That your chat likes teaching stuff. So you know, I wouldn't get too much information before you start showing it.
Right.
That's just.
But yeah, look, that's not the only thing that's going on in video games right now. We had a new trailer drop for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Ooh,
Did you guys hear about this?
I'm not an Indiana fan, so no.
Dude,
but no, I didn't hear in general.
You're not a fan of the movie?
No, Indiana Jones. I've never watched Indiana Jones all the way through.
As soon as
any of them.
Wow.
As soon
I've
as
seen
they
them on
said,
TV all the time, but
yeah.
As soon as that purple-haired developer with the rainbow shirt,
yeah, I know,
said he
that
they made it for modern audiences. I'm done. Nope.
Yeah. They did a gameplay reveal on this thing.
Yeah, you're not showing anything.
I know. I'm not wanting any sound to play right now, and it is for some reason. Hang on. Let me just grab this and shut this off.
I thought that war.
I hate it when it starts playing when I don't want it to.
Losing more of our brothers.
What? It's doing it right now.
I was wrong. We can't.
Don't even have it on there right now.
The Empire imprisoning the kid.
I don't know where this is coming from. It's got to be that page. Okay, it's gone now. Thank God.
When you get a chance, Joe, I got a trailer that I'd like to play.
Sure.
Do your little magic too, and if we can watch it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You got it in the private chat?
I just put it up.
Okay.
This is the season 3 trailer of The Bad Batch.
Oh,
and it looks sick.
The final season.
The final season of The Bad Batch.
Of Bad Batch. Okay, we'll do that while I get my shit together on some other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Let me grab this. And we will check it out, man.
This trailer came out 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, as long as Knock is around, this conversation will always get back around to Star Wars.
And we lost Knock.
And we lost Knock. But he'll be back shortly. Believe that. I'll wait until he's ready to go before I play it. We got to wait on Knock. But yeah, I figured we talk video games in the second hour today because they had that gameplay reveal for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which the gameplay looks pretty cool, man. It looks like an Indiana Jones movie, man. It doesn't, but there are some things in there that make you go, oh, wait a minute,
I'm sure there are.
And he's back. What happened to you, bro?
Oh, I meant to quit the game because it's making me lag a little bit.
There was a knock at the door.
So I'm trying to close the game and close the studio.
Okay, so let's take a look at The Bad Batch. The final season. What season is this? Season 2, 3? What?
Well, it's season 3, but it's technically like season 10 of the Clone Wars saga, if anything.
Okay. All right, well, let's take a look at this film here. Let me get it put up there. I'm pretty sure you guys were hearing sound a second ago, right?
Yeah.
We should be good there. Okay. Let's do it.
Nope. No sound.
No sound. Good. Because you know what? I'm sharing it on the wrong screen anyway. I gotta do my magic, man. Gotta do my magic. Okay. Then how did you hear that stuff earlier if you didn't hear that? That's weird.
I wasn't here, so I didn't hear it.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Season 3, Bad Batch.
Hold on! We've got troopers up top. We're running out of road!
Not exactly a stealth exit, boys.
Let's move!
Wow, dude. That's pretty good animation. I
think they killed it with this final one.
I was fixing to say, are all the seasons, do they look like this?
Yeah.
Well, all of Clone Wars kind of.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This has to do with a bad batch of clones that don't follow orders, right? Something like that.
Well, they're defective clones that they basically put into a group because they have different abilities, and they created they nicknamed themselves the Bad Batch.
Aha. Okay. Season
this clone trooper squad Clone 99 or something like that, whatever they call it. I forget. It's been a while since I watched the whole show.
I thought that
But this is after Order 66.
mean an end to losing more of our brothers. But I was wrong. You can't just walk away. Not with the Empire imprisoning the kid.
The kid? What's
That's
up
a
with this
female. Kid? That's a female clone. The only female clone known in existence, as far as I know.
So it's a screw up.
A Bad Batch. Yeah.
Yeah, Bad Batch.
Secure her in a cell. Omega's been waiting for us a long time. Our mission is not over yet. That is.
Whoa, Palpatine's in this? Wow.
That's. I believe that's still Sam Witwer, right, John? That's
really?
Voicing him.
I'm not sure. I'd have to listen to it.
I'm pretty sure he does Palpatine as well. He does Darth Maul, and I believe he does Palpatine. I'll look it up real quick.
All right.
Nothing of greater importance to secure the future of this empire.
Whoever it is, they do a good job.
Whatever is needed to accomplish this goal, you will have it.
They are coming. For all of you.
Who is the droid with the friggin' Clint Eastwood hat on?
That's Cad Bane. He's not a droid.
Cad Bane, yeah, he's a bounty hunter.
Wow.
He's awesome. He's awesome. He's in
He looks
Mandalorian.
awesome.
You saw him in Mandalorian.
No,
Yeah.
He was in
Or was
Boba
it
Fett.
what Boba Fett? Oh, okay.
Okay, well, yeah, I only watched the first episode of that, so.
Yeah.
Give us a real challenge. Everyone down! We're not big on following orders.
I wasn't planning on killing you.
Wow, man. That looks pretty cool for an animated show.
But you're making it very tempting.
Now, this is interesting. That is interesting. I don't know how this makes sense, but that's Ventress. Ventress was a former pupil of Dooku.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she died at some point, supposedly.
Yeah. And she's bald.
So very interesting. I don't know. There's some plot things that they're going to have to figure out. I don't know if it's like comics. Star Wars doesn't usually do the comics bit where they just come back, except for the last movie, which is somehow Palpatine returns. But other than that, people don't usually come back from the dead. It's just the new Star Wars where everyone can come back from the dead.
Oy vey. I just don't. Nah. That I tell you what, man. It's hang on one second. Let me get this set up. The animation looks really cool on it.
Oh no,
dude.
no! Emperor Palpatine was Ian McDiarmid. He plays himself.
I was to say, whoever was doing it had a pretty good voice.
I kind of swore it. I think maybe it was a video game or something like that. I could have swore Sam Witwer did him somewhere.
Ariel Ballet, how you doing, young lady? She could have grew her hair.
That's true. That's true. She would have just been shaving it.
How many years is this after she was last seen?
I gotta watch the shows again because I thought she died, and
She did die.
She died during. She died when Ahsoka was like a teenager. It was after she was out of the Order. So I'm gonna have to rewatch the show and see what. And there's a book out for her too. So I gotta catch. I got some homework before the show comes out. I got a month. So
you love homework. See, that's the thing about him. If he's into something, he's all about the homework and the research. He can't just watch a movie. He got to know every little thing about it.
Well, I have to know what's already out for it anyway. So
right.
I could be caught up on the information.
See, when it comes to Star Wars, I'm just a movie guy. I enjoy the movie.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I have to do my homework so I can just tell you about it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You teach this old dog new tricks. But the Bad Batch always seemed interesting to me because I think one of the things they failed with the Disney trilogy is exploring Finn a little more and doing some stuff with his character. I always thought it was cool that they had an ex-stormtrooper in the mix. You know what I mean? I always thought that was pretty cool. But I count that as a missed opportunity if you feel me, Knock. I thought they should have done more with him. Let's see, wasn't it during her battles against Dooku where she died, and also because Dooku got the second Darth Maul-like character? Oh, Okay. I don't know.
That was Darth Maul's brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of confused. For all I know, this could be Venture's sister, twin sister. We have no idea, but I'll find out.
Yeah.
Give me some time. I'll figure it out.
What do they got coming up next for? I think the next thing that Disney Star Wars is coming out with is the Acolyte. I think, isn't that right, John? Isn't it the Acolyte?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I had to get this. It should have been delivered last night. It was next day saver, and they said extreme weather was why they couldn't deliver it. It was foggy.
What was it?
It's my replacement debit card.
Oh, gotcha. Come on, Joe. We all know once they realized Finn was black, they had to put him in the back of the episodes like a bus.
Yeah,
well, they did on the Chinese poster. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They definitely bowed to the Chinese for that.
Yeah,
one.
it's pretty bad. Pretty bad what they did here. Look, I like I said, that a whole lot of fails in that Disney trilogy, no doubt. A whole lot of fails in there.
Yeah.
But not all of it was bad, but most of it was. Most of it was bad. That I don't care if I ever see the last one ever again. The second I heard Palpatine was alive, I was like, okay, you guys are just reaching for fucking member berries now. Fuck all that. That's ridiculous.
Just bring him back every 10 years. That's all you
Yeah,
do.
just bring him back. It's not like he fucking got thrown down a fucking chasm and then and nuked again when the Death Star got blown to pieces, right? Yeah, nah. He'd walk away. It's just a flesh wound. He can walk away from that. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Ariel says Finn was a lot more better than to know than Rey. Yeah, I hear you. That whole thing with Palpatine was horrible.
Joe, who is Alex in Fear of the Walking Dead? Is that an important character?
Alex.
Is that the chick I hate?
No, that's
no.
Isn't he one of the?
No, she. It's definitely a she.
Is it a she?
It's definitely a she.
Alex is probably one of those newer characters near the end of it. That it's probably one of those two that was gay.
Yeah.
I mean, it says 2015 to 2023, so it seemed like she was in that for a long time.
Really?
Maybe it was the show.
Are you looking at something on IMDb or something?
Yeah,
I am.
Okay. The actress?
I'm trying to see how many episodes she was actually in the show.
Share it, brother. Let me see this person.
I'm looking on my phone. I'm not looking on my computer.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will endeavor to bring it up real quick. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm going to show off my debit card.
Oh, yeah. Well,
please don't show us details. Oh my God! Look at this.
On the back.
It's for my college. It's for the university. Yeah, everything's on the back. I'm not showing you that.
Right. The Walking Dead.
No, she's definitely not one of the main. So she's probably only on for an episode. But basically, the only reason I was bringing her up because she's the voice for Omega in the Bad Batch.
Okay.
So and then I saw that she was in the Fear of the Walking Dead, so I didn't know if she was important or not.
Oh, Fear of the Walking Dead. That's
The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead?
Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay.
But I'm not even seeing her, and I'm down to 4 episode people.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like she's a big character.
Fear? All right. Alex.
I mean, you can just look her up too.
What's her name?
What's her name? She's a little cutie too. Michelle Ong.
Spell the last name, bro.
A-N-G.
A-N-G. Ang.
Ang. Ong. Ang.
Yeah. Kind of like Ang Lee. Michelle Ang. Fear the Walking Dead. Pretty much the whole show.
Right. And I'm not sure if that's showing like the.
Oh God,
the
yeah.
show itself, or
that can't be her though. Wait a minute.
No, it's not the main character. The main character is Alicia or something like that, or whatever.
Right.
So I couldn't even. I was down to like 3 episode characters, and I still didn't see her. So
I don't
must have not been a big role.
I don't see her in here. Yeah, it must not have been. I don't remember anybody Oriental playing.
Like I said, all I saw was the Fear of the Walking Dead. That's why I was there. But she's the voice of Omega, the little girl in it, even though she's born in 1983. But
Right.
plays the
She's
little
probably got
girl.
a high pitched voice.
Well, she's Australian too, so she does that Australian that accent as Omega.
Yeah. Right. There you go. Let's see.
She's a cutie too.
Let's see what's Ariel talking about. I really like the first season of Fear the Walking Dead. Darling, I tell you what, my wife religiously watches everything Walking Dead. Me, they lost me in Fear the Walking Dead when they did not immediately leave the nuclear zone. Okay? They hung out in there for like fucking 2 seasons. I'm like, you people would be dead. This
I
is
might
ridiculous.
have to bite the bullet. I might have to bite the bullet.
Oh,
and
so
watch
fucking dumb. Was it Michelle Ang, one of the neighbors? Could be. I don't know.
Could have been. Yeah, I just didn't see her.
I'm telling you, they lost me whenever they did the nuke. I was like, please. Apparently, Common Domingo, whatever his name is, the guy that's up for the Academy Award that's on that show, had an entire building, and apparently they were fine in there, shielded from the radiation, which is horse shit. Anybody that knows anything about that stuff, of course, I all of us that were in the military know all about this fucking crap. They would be breathing fucking. It's so dumb that they didn't leave that area. They didn't do it. It's just fucking stupid. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen on television. But my wife has got blinders on when it comes to Walking Dead. And I told her that every episode. I said, I can't watch this. It's just stupid. And she goes, she just waved me off. You know what I mean? That's so funny. No, it's not that I can't handle radiation. No human being can. None of them can.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I pull up that old list that we got there, Joe.
What list?
Star Wars TV shows.
Yeah. And
you asked what was coming out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right.
So kind of reiterate, it's more of the top ones up here.
Right. But I think the next one's The Acolyte. It could be Skeleton Crew, though.
Well, I think the next one is Bad Batch. I haven't seen anything on the other ones.
Right.
Well,
okay, let me be specific here. Live action.
Counts. No. Bad Batch counts. Okay.
I understand Bad Batch counts. It's a cartoon. I get it.
Animated show. It's not a cartoon.
Come on, Joe.
If you actually gave it a try.
I live in the dead center of Chernobyl. Okay. I got you. I'm pretty sure nobody lived there when that shit happened, okay?
Well, they did it first.
Well, yeah, but then they moved out. Well made. The amazing colossal man could handle it. Oh, whatever. I'm talking about real people here. Yeah, we know you're pretty normal, Ariel. You're very normal. But yeah, you've got Skeleton Crew. What else is there? The Acolyte.
Well, that's my new phone right there. But
yeah, who cares about that?
That actually is the phone I got.
Bad Batch 3, Tales of the Jedi. That's animated too.
That's a really awesome show because the last one went into a younger.
That's about That's about the only animated one I've ever wanted to watch because that one is basically just one-shot stories, isn't it?
No, this particular Tales of the Jedi is you're thinking of Visions. That's a bunch of different stories. Tales of the Jedi. I think it's like 6 episodes, but the main 2 are Ahsoka growing up, like when she was first discovered as a kid, and then the apprentice Qui-Gon and his master Dooku. So it was a young Dooku.
Dooku was Qui-Gon's.
He was.
Wow.
His master. Yep, sure was. He was a Jedi. They weren't lying in the Clone Wars movie. He was a Jedi. That is canon.
Well, I got it. I always knew there had to be a reason why they were so pissed at Dooku. Because he apparently flipped sides, huh? Yeah. Okay. Got it. But anyway, okay. Getting back to video games, we had this release this week of actually it was a couple days ago of the gameplay from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So I wanted to share some of that. I thought it looked pretty neat myself, but there is stuff in here that's going to make you want to cringe. no doubt. But most of it looks like an old Indiana Jones movie. Check this out.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning.
Of course, we've got the slick back bad guy. And we've got Yahtzees all over the place back there. Of course.
Instead of
this is where
here,
Indiana Jones should live.
dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Myths. History. Just different ways to interpret the past.
No. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Did you see that? That really looks like Homegirl from Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, it does.
That scares me right there. This was looking so cool.
Is to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs scattered and buried. Just waiting to be found.
Now, you puzzle folks will probably enjoy it. But that's the thing. That's another thing that might turn me off of this. Looks like it's going to have those puzzles like an Uncharted that you'll see later on tonight that John plays. But check out Homeboy, his buddy at the university. Look at this.
Just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
This is by one of you guys'
Throughout history,
favorite producers. It's by Bethesda. That's who's making this. So, yeah, there's that too.
mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
That shit looks like one of the old movies, man. Doesn't it?
It looks good. I'm worried about.
I know exactly what you're worried about because the chick is what sold me on maybe, we may not like the subject matter too much. But the Yahtzees, bro.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me.
No!
It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can
No! There she is again. No.
keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
A Japanese Zero, bro. What is a Japanese Zero doing in Yahtzee, Germany, man? What's up with that?
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
That looks pretty cool to me, man. But I can see why it would scare some people. There's little things in there, like the girl saying, "Let's see if you can keep up." Right?
Yeah.
Oh man. But I'm kind of wondering if Harrison Ford did the voice on it, because it sounds like him, But anyway, that's one of the ones that's coming out pretty soon. Probably by the end of the year, I would imagine. We got one coming out next month, though. It's called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Have you guys seen anything on this?
Yeah. And I
fail.
thought it got delayed quite a bit.
It's going to fail.
You think it's going to fail?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to do like Avengers numbers.
Or Arkham Knights.
Yeah.
Really?
It Yeah.
Why are you guys feeling this way? I'm
Because they
just
always
curious.
fail. It's a multi. It's supposed to be a squad game,
Mm-hmm.
and those just don't work.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Okay. Well, I was wondering. I saw on the when I was putting together the opening for the show, I saw like King Shark was in there, and looks like they're basing it on the second movie.
Yeah, the
right?
Justice League. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it
Or
looks cool, and it's a
Suicide
cool
Squad.
idea. I mean, Marvel. Remember, Marvel Avengers was very anticipated.
Yeah.
And it looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out, all the characters that you wanted to play are dead. So that kind of ruined that. And then, it was just a grind fest. It was worse than DCUO. I ended up, because I had pre-ordered it and played it a little bit, I ended up refunding it, and I never went back to it. And then Gotham Knights, again, backed up a lot, and you didn't play as Batman. You played it as the little fun teenage squad or whatever. Like, I don't give a shit about them. I want to play as Batman, And this one, the character's a little different. You're playing as the Suicide Squad, but, I don't know. It's the same vein kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens with it, man. It's not one I would run out and get, because it just doesn't look like, everybody was raving about that Marvel game. What was that one called? The last one they put out with Venom in it and all that shit. It had Wolverine and what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Midnight Suns. I have it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, I was fixing to say. I heard people saying good things about it, but then I didn't see any gameplay on it or nothing. So I don't know. It's like they don't know what to do with superhero games unless it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a popular franchise these days, but when it comes to the rest of it, they just have a hard time with it. I bought the Avengers game, and I haven't gotten past being the Hulk on it. I mean, I don't like the fact that you have to play as characters you don't want to play as. You know what I mean? I'd rather play as the ones I want to play as. It's crazy. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, if it's for modern audiences, can I customize my Indiana Jones character to look like a non-binary millennial with half their head shaved, colored blue, and have 30 piercings on my face?
What sucks with that connotation of the colored hair is I really like making my characters with blue hair.
Yeah.
And now it's just
my wife's got blue hair. But everybody's got blue hair now. That's the thing. Everybody's got it now. It used to be cool, It used to be different. It's not. There's nothing different about it anymore.
No, in their attempt to be different, everyone's become the same.
Yeah.
It's not special anymore.
Let's see.
That's why they want to make different names now.
Because they ruined the illusion of Batman. The Batman should be dead and the end of Nights. Really? Okay. Then again, if they are having delays, they could have changed the story like they are in an alternate universe. Who knows? I'm tired of the alternate universe stuff. That's for sure. But anyway, yeah. So that's the video games that are coming out here pretty soon, man. Yeah. Is there any video game stuff that you're looking forward to this year, John? Knock? And I mean, I'm not really up to snuff on the stuff. It's just here ever since Palworld come out, I saw quite a bit of video game news. That's why I wanted to cover it today.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything that I'm like, oh my god, I got to play this.
Got to run out. The only one I have to run out and get, and it's simply because they haven't made it in a decade, is I've got to run out and get the NCAA game when it comes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
I've got to go get that. And I think every football fan's going to get that one.
Yeah.
Because they haven't done it in a decade, I want to be able to make the Bossier Community College, Cavaliers.
That is a pretty big one. Yeah, being able to
and have them play in a high school stadium and win a national championship. That's what I want to do. I did that with the last one they made, But yeah, I know, Knock, I know you're getting that day one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You finally heard me on when it came to Madden, but yeah, that even me, I haven't bought a new Madden game in almost a decade now, ever since they came out with the one. I think the last one I bought was the one with Sherman on it, brand new. Okay. I think that was the last one I pre-ordered. Was 15, and hard to believe this year is 10 years since we won the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I am getting old so fast. Good Lord. But anyway, yeah, I know that's the only one that I know of that I have got to go out and get day one. I have to have that one. You know what I mean? I want that one. I want to be able to play it with you guys. You know what I mean? Are you going to have your PS5 by then, John?
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Knock, you better make sure you get it on PS5, bro.
No, what else am I going to get it on?
Well, I mean, you've been playing a lot of stuff on Game Pass, bro. Just saying.
No, I mean, PC Game Pass. There's a difference.
Okay.
I haven't played on my Xbox. I've been playing on my gaming laptop.
Speaking of Xbox, I got some good news from the world of Joe here.
Oh, what's that?
I am getting an Xbox X Series.
Oh, nice.
No,
Rhonda was showing me last night. She was telling me that she was showing me her points from work, right? And they have a marketplace where you can buy stuff with the points they earn. And she said, I could get us a new washer and dryer. I said, well, you need to just save that up and buy what you want with it. You know what I mean? That's stuff you earn, She said, but I did. But I thought for a second, I said, see if they've got an Xbox Series X on the marketplace now, And sure enough, they had one. And I said, well, let me call your son real quick. And I said, yo, Dave, if I get a Series X, do you want my S? Because I didn't know if he'd want one that was just, download, right? He said, fuck yeah, I'll take it, man. Because he said he usually downloads his games to play them anyway, Yeah. So I said, well, you might have to get an external drive for it. I don't know how big a drive it has on it and stuff. He said, no problem. I could do that, man. So this one should be here by the 30th. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back to the factory resets, put it in a box and send it to him. And I'll have my physical media X. So, and I'll just re-download the games on it. You know what I mean? That I've already had on it and stuff. So yeah, getting one, man.
Cool.
Can't wait. The problem is I've got this thing so slim. It's sitting under the monitor that's right in front of me right now. But the X is a tall tower. So I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put it on this desk, but anyway.
Yeah. I thought about getting the X, but I just don't need it.
Yeah.
Between the S, the only reason I got an Xbox is so I could play Knights of the Old Republic and any Bethesda game that comes out. But now that I got a pretty honking, PC,
right.
That's where I'm going to be playing my Bethesda games on.
Yeah.
So,
you guys know I don't play PC games, so I got to get the console, man.
Yeah, you do. Don't you play it on don't you play Baldur's Gate or you play it on a console?
I play it on my PS5, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a PC game, so
I understand that. And what's funny is you can't get that in physical media. When I bought it, I had to download it. You can't go to a video game store and get it.
Actually, if you order it online, you can.
Yeah, you can order it online. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm sure there's still physical media. There's still a lot of people that aren't. The problem with digital is that eventually you can lose it.
Knights of the Old Republican? No, it's a Star Wars game.
Because they get rid of stores, like they got rid of the PS3 store and the PlayStation Vita. So all those games, eventually they're going to get rid of the PS5 store. So you're not going to have access to those games that you bought in the past.
Yeah, that's why I want to get the physical media stuff, man. Because I've got the PS2 over here next to me, my PS3.
I go back and forth. I go back and forth. There are some games, but I still get physical, like especially for like my Switch games. Because that's what I use my GameStop credit card on every like couple months. I'll just to keep it active. I'll just get a Nintendo Switch game. I don't get any PlayStation games or Xbox games. I get a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
So my library on Switch is getting bigger.
Since we've got some time here at the end, do you want to see if we can finish off the top 100 list? Of course,
I was looking at the list of just some of the games coming out, and there's not a whole lot. There is Dragon's Dogma 2, which is coming out in March, which could be a huge one.
Say that again?
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Never heard of Dragon's Dogma.
It's a cult classic. I'd say maybe even bigger than that. But it's an adventure game. It's like Dragon Age.
Okay.
So
Dragon Age. Now, I did play a version of that.
Yeah, so it's a open. It's actually it's got the character kind of group vibe of Baldur's Gate. Not that kind of game style, but that kind of like group mentality thing.
I'm sorry, Ariel. She's yelling at me.
I was gonna.
Isn't the new Final Fantasy VII coming out this month
February
or
February
next?
29th?
February 28th. Yep.
I was looking at that one as well. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the part 2 of Final Fantasy VII, which I absolutely hate. I don't understand why a game that came out 20 years ago needs to be put into 3 parts. But that's just me. So I still haven't even played the first one because I think it's dumb, and I'm going to wait till all 3 are out, and then I'll buy the complete edition or whatever. So I'm not going to wait 10 years to play 3 parts. So
yeah, I hear you.
They go fuck themselves.
She said, speaking of Xbox, any word on the Fable game? No, I haven't heard anything new. The last I heard, the females looked uglier than Homemade Sin. That you remember that story, John? The frumping down of the female character. Yeah, yep. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I hear you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking for some stuff on here that we were going to get into, and I let it slip, Ariel. I apologize. I'm sorry. But anyway, so let's see. We're down to the top 20 over here. Let's see. Well, apparently you are willing to wait more than 10 years to play a game, Knock. What?
Well, part of the game, yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look here. Number 20. Now, this is something we started a long time ago, guys, and you used to see it because I would throw this up on the screen and say, "Hey, we're gonna check out the top 20 games." It's why is it not going up there? I don't understand. Can you guys see it? There it is.
I see. Finally, you showed it before.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we are down to the top 20, and this article's from last year, so it may be a little out of date. I don't know if they've made a video game other than maybe Baldur's Gate that might be on this, but Palworld maybe eventually, right? Palworld maybe.
We'll see. We got to see what the end game.
Yeah, we got to see if it's got staying power, right?
Right.
Because Fortnite, when it first came out, I don't think it was as popular as it is now. You know what I mean?
Well, Fortnite was a whole different game. It was a game that you actually paid for, and it was a defense builder game.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a story, and it was not something that people really grabbed on. It was an interesting game. You built traps, and you defended your little place, and then it came in with the battle royale and just completely took it over. They don't even mention the old game anymore. I don't even know if it's available.
Yeah. Let's see. That's what she asked you about it not going up. Yeah. Okay. So we've got Undertale. Now, I've never heard of this. Says here a small child falls into a world of monsters and suddenly finds themselves the target of an ancient grudge that calls for their death. I don't even know what that is. Have you ever heard of this game?
It's hugely popular. It's hugely popular, and it looks completely stupid. I have absolutely no desire to ever play this game.
It's an indie game. It's like probably the biggest indie game.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty fair assessment. Probably the biggest. It looks so stupid. I just can't. I can't. I don't even want to have anything to do with that game. Okay. And yet there's people that just are diehard fans of this game. It's a complete cult, cult-like.
I'll have to check it out one of these days.
Yeah, if you look at it, it's like this is it. It's really? Like a 2D. It's like a 8-bit game. It's just.
Now this one I've always been interested to check out, man. Bloodborne. This is from the guys that make those tougher games, right?
It's from From Software.
Yes, it's from From Software. Yeah, it's a Dark Souls like.
Yeah. Bloodborne initially presents as a work of gothic horror. You spend the opening hours inching your way through, Yarham's dark alleyways and ominous churches, culling hordes of muttering werewolves. Wow, man. Lovecraft. I see the word Lovecraft in there. You must have you played this, John?
No, it's a Souls game. I don't play Souls games.
Yeah. No, the only Souls game I played was Elden Rings.
Yeah.
I won't even play
really
that.
Fun. But the basic idea between the Dark Souls games is you get as far as you can without dying.
Right.
And you fight bosses that are generally pretty high level, and it's all about parry and dodge mechanics.
Yeah, finding the Achilles heel and
you're basically trying to get as far as you can without dying, so that you can find shortcuts.
Ariel says she didn't care for Undertale.
So if you want a real tame version of this, basically Star Wars Fallen Order.
Okay.
Is like an easy version. It's the same exact kind of thought process. You get to certain points, you create, you drop down a ladder, you drop down a rope or whatever, create shortcuts so you don't have to go through those massive mobs, deadly mobs to get there. And then if you die, you drop your souls, you got to go back and grab the souls, and that's your experience points, basically.
Yeah.
Unless you
I couldn't answer that question, Ariel, because I've never played this game. But I've always been interested in it just because of the name. I always thought maybe it was a vampire game.
You would not be interested in this game.
Yeah. If it's one of those
This
games,
is a young man's game right here.
Yeah, Dark Souls. Dude,
this is Sweat Lord kind of games.
You've got hours to fucking figure something out, and
to die. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, and die a lot. I'm not into dialing a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I do recognize the name of this game. I've never played it, but I've seen it cosplay. The little girl cosplayed a whole bunch at conventions and stuff, and people dress up as her buddy, the robot or whatever the fuck he is, a lot.
You talking about Big Daddy?
Huh?
Yeah, that's Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, yeah.
Little sister and Big Daddy.
Little sister and Big Daddy, huh? Do what? What'd you say?
You gonna put up the list, or you gonna?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Keep us in suspense.
Thank you. That's it. BioShock is the next one on here.
I recognized it when you talked about the it's definitely a big cosplay thing.
Yeah. I've never.
There's some people that make the BioShock suit or the Big Daddy suit too.
Yeah. I'm not a big shooter. I did enjoy the BioShock series.
I got crazy into the first one. Like I remember one time my brothers came in on me playing BioShock 1, and you can move between the guns so fast in that game. They were like, how the hell are you managing like 3 different weapons and getting them out perfectly? It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a challenge. You have different types of guns, do different types of damage, different types of enemies, and you just travel. It's basically an underwater city. The first one, anyways, is an underwater city where they are free to do any kind of science without restraints.
Oof.
With that, basically what it is.
You've got to have some creative mutations down there then that you got to fight and shit.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole thing of it. Something happened and it killed pretty much everybody off. But you're trapped down there. You're trying to escape pretty much. That's the first game. I didn't really get into the other two. I've been meaning to. I've had the collection series for like ever. But I've never taken the time to get through all of them because like Infinite, I've seen that looks pretty good, and BioShock 1 and 2 are classics. So
yeah,
but BioShock 1 was the only one I ever actually got through.
I tell you, I've never played this one, but now is this a
super
story-driven game where you go from point A to point B to point C kind of thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I just didn't know if it was.
It's like have you ever seen Dead Space?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy. Trying to think of what you may have played. I can't think of anything else right now. But yeah, basically just Halo.
Anyway, Ariel. Halo. Yeah, I've seen my little Wi-Fi symbol come up, and that usually means that there's something a little crazy going on. Sometimes. Wow, what's going on there? Yikes! That looks like one of the girls I was playing with last night. Yikes! On Rumble Roses.
I got a call.
All right, man. The next one, well, you all know this is one of my favorite video games of all time. And I think they did a good job with the adaptation for television. I think they did a good job with that.
I still don't like Ellie.
Yeah,
I don't like
they picked the wrong actress for Ellie.
I just
the perfect actress. You know who it would be. It's she's a guy now, but
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
it would be Ellen Page or Elliot.
Well, she would
Page.
have to act like a girl in this one.
She would have to act like a girl
I'm sure
again.
she would do it just fine.
Yeah,
But,
I'm sure she'd do fine. Yeah, she's a professional.
and then who they've casted for season 2 as Abby makes absolutely no sense.
No, that girl's like 5'2".
Yeah, some
Tiny.
little girl. Like, what the hell? So I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. But as a video, just sticking with the video game itself.
Is that who that was, Ariel? Was it Tina from Dead or Alive? Because she looks a lot like Dixie Clemens, who I was playing Rumble Roses with last night. So, yeah, I get you. Yeah, that's who that was. You're absolutely right. That's exactly who that was. But yeah, getting back to this, Knock. Yes, this is one of the greatest, and this is not the. I usually wouldn't play a game like this. It's third person, but there's a lot of stealth involved in this one. I don't like stealth games too much. You know, that's why I've never have really gotten into the Assassin's Creed franchise, because you have to run around and sneak up on people and shit. And I hate that crap. I just, you know me, man. I like to just plug in and kill shit. You know what I mean? But
well, you'd like the newer Assassin's Creed, at least the Valhalla and the Odyssey. That's about Spartan War and the Vikings. So
I really want to try. And I own 3 and 4. I own 3, which was the American Revolution one, just because I'm American Revolutionary buff. But I bought 4 because of Black Flag. You sold me on buying 4.
Black Flag is awesome. That one you can have so much fun just being on a ship.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
There's no sneaking around on a ship. Not really.
Ariel says, yeah, that's Tina. I know those boobs anywhere. And I think that's who they kind of modeled Dixie from. Yeah, absolutely. Because she's got the biggest tracts
so back
of
to
land
Last
in
of
that
Us.
game.
Ariel, stop distracting us.
Back to Last of Us.
Last of Us is definitely one of the best storytelling games ever.
One of the best.
There's so much. I think the only one that gets me anywhere near as invested in a storyline outside of this is God of War.
God of War, yeah.
And because the story is just so good. The newer God of Wars, the older ones are more just hack and slash or whatever. But
I keep hearing Red Dead's good as far as storytelling, but I play the online version so much I can't even finish the story one, man.
Especially near the end, because Arthur goes through like a redemption arc kind of deal if you let him.
Yeah. I'll have to get there one of these days, but I might do it as one of my things online, or you should be on YouTube. Do one of my walkthroughs of that, because I think
the biggest thing about Last of Us 2 was that I enjoyed the story. It was the gameplay that got a little repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very long game.
Yeah.
And just when you were thinking it's over, it went on to another chapter. And so, it got a little crazy on that one. But the first one was like 10 hours, just perfect. Every chapter was a different area.
Mm-hmm.
And you just progress the character development, and it was awesome. The growth of the characters, and Joel being the grumpy guy that didn't want nothing to do with her to being her.
Yeah.
It was just a unique story, and that you don't get from many games these days. And that's all it is. Just a single player game. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How if you put some effort into these games, or any kind of effort into it, they'll actually do well. We don't need. We've gotten to the point where it's either complete crap,
right,
or it's like God's here, and it doesn't need to be. There's not a lot of things. People are pretty simple creatures. Not hard to figure this out.
Yeah.
So you have a game that just came out that you're doing things with Pokemon that you've always wanted to do in Pokemon.
Yeah.
And you never got to do in Pokemon, and now it's the biggest thing in the world. You had Fortnite, which was going nowhere, and then they copied PUBG PUBG and created a free game that you could just go in and do things and just battle to the end, and you could go crazy building shit, which is really weird.
Yeah. And I think one of the things they made a lot of money off of, though, was the microtransaction part, where they made all those skins available too. That I know there's guys that love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
they literally wait because there's a timer for every skin to come out, right?
Yeah.
And there's people just waiting to see what's coming out that day, for that season or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they go nuts over that stuff. I got into Fortnite for a couple months just because I was having fun. I did the no build, so there was no building in mine. It was just a straight battle royale.
Shoot 'em up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So no bullshit building, because people build like castles in like half a second. I was like, I'm not fighting that. But it's a game. It's fun. It's functional, and it's pretty easy to get into. And I actually won some, so it was fun.
Yeah. But Last of Us, I loved it. I mean, when it first came out, I said, yeah, that looks like a Walking Dead ripoff, But then my son-in-law at the time was playing it, and I saw him playing it, and I was like, man, dude, this story looks pretty cool. He said, oh yeah, you need to play it. And I was like, okay. So I picked it up, and top 5 for me. I love that game, dude.
And Joe, have you watched any of like the behind the scenes footage on this stuff?
Mm-mm.
With Joel and Ellie, Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta look up some YouTube videos of their behind the scene when they do that when because they're in full getup. They're acting together. Those two are together. But they have the suits on, the animation suits on, but they're acting these things together. And when you do those certain scenes, like when Ellie's talking about how you're leaving me behind, that scene, they do that scene in particular with the behind the scenes with them both, like it is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend looking up the YouTube where you see the behind the scenes.
Definitely. I love behind the scenes
it,
stuff.
and then they put it side by side, so you see them acting it and you see the scene in the game, and it's cool. It's so cool.
I've played it through about 3 times, man.
Yeah, it just adds another wrinkle because you see how invested they were into those characters.
Yep,
definitely like The Last of Us.
Do what now?
I definitely like The Last of Us. It's a good. It might have actually been up a little higher on this list, depending on what else is on here.
Yeah, I'd have put it up higher, no doubt.
Well,
this one I know is popular. I own it, but like John, it's on the back burner until I get to it.
This is a huge time sink. So this is one where you keep in your back pocket when you're like on vacation or something like that. You need to put a lot of hours in this game. It's an open world.
I've beat it, and both the expansions too. Both the DLCs.
I didn't finish the last expansion. I got really far into things like Blood and Wine, I think.
Yeah, Blood and Wine. It's practically another game.
Right, and I cleared the whole map, but I never actually finished the story on it.
Oh, okay.
I was just burnt out at that point. But I beat the actual game, and I did most of the DLCs. I really love Gwent. Gwent is the best side game, and unfortunately, they tried to make it a standalone game, and they completely fucked it up.
Yeah, they did.
Because they changed it. Why would you take the game that was so awesome and everybody loved, and you change it? Just like with Skull and Bones and Black Flag.
Yeah.
And that's why Skull and Bones is going to fail.
Yeah.
Well, when I went to because I go to GameStop about once a month, and I check out their used titles and see if there's anything I want to pick up, cheap that I missed out on when it came out.
Oh yeah,
this
and
one was
Witcher 3 is
popular,
definitely on that one.
and I picked it up. And the reason why I picked it up is I talked to the guy at GameStop, and I said, "Look, do I have to have the other 2 to play this?" And he said, "No." He said they do a recap of the other 2. You don't need it at all. This is all you need to get started with friggin' Witcher, man.
It is
fantastic.
You can go, and I've seen it because I've wanted to go back and just watch a playthrough of them rather than actually playing. But if you look them on Steam, I get the alerts all the time. You can get 1 and 2 on Steam for like $2.
Yeah, cheap, right?
Like
nobody cares, right?
Cheap. Yeah. So I think I saw it for like $1.49 or something like that.
Like you can get them from GOG really cheap too, and they're the enhanced versions.
Yeah, so and you only get those if you want like more backstory. That's all it really is.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I always wanted to get this one, as I heard it had adult content in it. I think that there's not enough games that have that in it. And the other thing that I dug about it was the picture of the guy in the box. He looks like the privateer. That's why I dug it. Yeah. That's why I dug it. It looks like
they do live a long time.
Yeah. So, let's see. Ariel says, "Isn't the series starting to suffer a bit?"
Well, yeah, because season 3.
Oh, the television series.
And Henry Cavill is not going to be there anymore. So it's going to suffer.
Yeah. And everybody knows that Henry Cavill is a big fan of the source material, and he quit because they were deviating from it. So when you have somebody that's a fan of the source material say, "I don't want to do this anymore because you people are sucking at it, then nobody's going to tune in. And I hear Hemsworth's brother is taking over the role.
Yeah, Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, and I like Liam Hemsworth, but I don't know if he needs to take that mantle up. I think they just need to let that die. You know what I mean?
The only reason I have Netflix right now is because T-Mobile gives it to me for free. So I mean,
right,
I probably wouldn't keep paying for it if it wasn't for that.
Joe Jitsu, awesome one says. It's good to see you, awesome one.
CD Projekt Red is actually working on Witcher 4.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait for that. I'll definitely get that day one.
We'll
That's an absolute day one for me.
All right. You Xbox fans have got number 15. Halo 2. Now, let me see. Refresh my memory. That is from, I can't remember what year that came out. I'll have to look it up real quick.
I think that was like the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That rare about.
My nephew, this game is the reason why I don't play first-person shooters.
Never played it.
This game right here.
So
well,
good.
my nephew used to sit there and camp out at the spawn point and just kill me over and over again. Sorry, bastard.
Oh, that happened a lot. Yeah, that happened a lot of it. Playing one-on-one in Halo 2
looks really awesome. I know my stepson David is a huge fan of the series. I'm talking about the video games, not the television series. He calls that fan fiction. But anyway,
the books were really good too.
Were they? Yeah, I was fixing to say David bought the books and everything. He loves everything.
They tied into the games too. That's what made them so good. And then you got a whole lot more backstory. And it was awesome.
Yeah,
and then basically Halo Reach was the end of the books because they completely killed all the lore with Halo Reach.
Halo 2 initial date November 9th, 2004. Yeah, that sounds about right there. Yeah, came out on my birthday, just not year. I got you, man. But yeah, that was a popular game. I know every teenager we had.
LAN party galore. LAN parties galore. We did that during when I was in AIT. We had LAN parties doing Halo. Yeah, yeah. We had them go into different levels of the barracks. Like we had wires sticking out the window, going down a level to go into the other game, into the other common area. Like, we'd have like four or five TV set up.
Yep. Yeah, it was a popular game. Everybody was playing it. I wasn't a big fan, but the story looked really cool to me. I really wish they'd have done better with the TV show, so I could have gotten into it. But
disrespectful piece of crap.
All right, next up we got Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yep.
I've never played a Castlevania game.
I haven't either. I don't care for that 2D kind of side scroller games anymore outside of Super Mario.
Right.
You know, so I can never get into these games. It's got a huge cult following.
Shoot. I said watch Brahma Bull play it one night on YouTube. He was getting into it, man.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger games on AGDQ, SGDQ. They always have a couple of Castlevanias, so it's a hugely popular game. Yeah, speed runs of it. Yeah, absolutely. So
let's see. John, did you ever play that one?
Not this one. I'm not a big fan of Castlevania. I don't like Metroidvanias at all.
Exactly. And I bet you Metroid is on this list if we hadn't already seen it.
You know it is.
But that's another one. It's the same thing.
Ariel says that's all I did. Never played the story, but just all the party stuff. Yeah, I had the green Halo system. Nice. So you can't play any of the older RPG anymore, Knock?
What do you mean? Because I recently got a Vita, and I jailbroke it, and so now I can pretty much get any PS1 and PSP game I want.
Oh, nice.
I just played on my emulator, so.
Yeah. And you can do that too. Yeah, I like the handheld because I like being able to carry it around with me. But yeah, most people that do the older games just play on emulators.
No,
I have emulators on my phone.
The next one I don't know much about. You guys maybe have played this before. It's called Hades.
This is and I don't really know what it means, but it's a roguelike game.
Yeah, roguelites are where you go until you die, and then you start over, but you keep your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a replayability basically.
Yeah.
Short term replayability kind of thing.
Okay.
You just keep doing the same thing. You try to go as further and further, but you get a little stronger each time and retain some of your stuff. If not most.
Aren't a lot of them like side scrollers? Yeah, definitely. The one we were just talking about,
Oh
Castlevania.
no! I mean, not all RPGs are definitely not side scrollers. RPGs
that's
are
different things.
No, look at any Final Fantasy game. That's not a side scroller. That's
No.
I'm talking 2D platform. Side like Castlevania, Metroid, stuff like that.
Right.
Old RPGs are nothing like that.
Did either one of you guys play Hades? Did you ever?
No, it's not my type. I'm not into roguelites.
I've got it.
It's a pretty popular game though, especially on Nintendo Switch.
Really? Okay. What'd you say, John?
I've got it. I just never played it.
Yeah, just not my type of game. But
I've got a lot of games like
the
that.
next one is one that I gave up on the first version of it when I found out I had to shoot cops. But Grand Theft Auto 5, I remember this coming out. Los Santos. Yeah.
Yep. Number 6 is coming.
Yeah, number 6 will come out one of these days. Don't hold your breath, but it's coming out.
10 years after the original, after 5.
Right. Didn't we watch a trailer for that not too long ago? Yeah. Yep. She said, Okies. She got you.
I still log on to Grand Theft Auto Online every once in a while.
I actually did the online with a bunch of the Mythos crew, Red, BS.
I was fixing to say, you do know that our old fucking league leader Saxon loves this game. He logs into this about every other day.
Well, we played it when it first came out before the this is like day 1 of online, and so there wasn't as much to do. So eventually we just got kind of bored of it because the heist didn't come out until a year after online started, and that's where the real fun was. But by that point I was burnt out on it because it was the same gun missions and there was nothing to buy really. And
there were 4 of us that were playing this doing heists.
Really?
And the heists were fun. I did come back for a little bit and did a heist or two, but now the storyline in this one is awesome. The actual story, because like Red Dead, it's the same kind of level of detail in Red Dead as there is in Grand Theft Auto. Because Grand Theft Auto takes their time to make these things.
Yeah, look, one thing's for sure. I mean, I don't play their games, but I do play Red Dead, and these guys. They're right up, as far as I'm concerned, they're right up there with Naughty Dog as far as how good a game they produce. It's really good stuff.
They're probably one of the last remaining, one of the few remaining, truly put time into a game and careful attention to detail as best as they can before they release it.
Yeah.
And because they have the money and the clout to do it, so they don't have to. And then Grand Theft Auto 5 went through 3 iterations of PlayStation. It started in PS3.
Started in PS3.
It was so funny because when you did the jump from PS3 to PS4, your guy acted like he got transferred out of jail. It was the funniest thing ever. I don't know if they did that for PS5, but because you could transfer your character from the PS3 version to the PS4 version. Yeah. And it acted like he was getting transferred from prisons to a different different prison. And it was
when PC came out, you could transfer to PC. When the PC version came out.
Yeah.
So I transferred my PlayStation to PS3.
Now that's rare.
PS3
a lot of games won't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been one of our biggest gripes about DCUO for years. Why can't we just use our existing character on computer if we want to play with those guys? Or this is before the merger of the servers, you know what I mean? And it was like, nope, can't do that. You got to start a whole new one. My God, IGN really likes fucking Tina from Dead or Alive, man. My God, she's all over the place. Good Lord. Let's see. Okay, Ad, you are Dead or Alive. You're a Dead or Alive game, or are you a porn game with these characters in them? Right
now, Ariel, her message before is the trailer. Of course, she remembers that. It showed us you had the woman jiggling her ass on top of a car. Those were actual like YouTube videos.
Yeah,
that they copied from. I think we showed that before when we talked about it.
Video, yes.
That whole trailer is like a meme to like all the different meme videos out there right now. Yeah. Like they're from real shit. like real life stuff.
Well, boys and girls, we got through to number 12. We'll have to do the last 11 the next time.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes, and John has a show in half an hour, so we have to do a hard out in 2 hours, buddy. Okay, John has a show starting at 9 p.m.
And I've got Allison calling me, so I'm bailing out now.
I will see you in a little while, buddy boy.
I don't think John's committed to this show anymore.
See you later.
He has a job now. Shut up, Knock. You were late getting here, you bastard. Stop it. Don't be mean to him. Oh my God. That's funny. No, he's here every second he can be here. But yeah, he's moved his video game gameplay now that he's back to work at the university to nighttime.
What's he playing tonight? Did he say?
Uncharted. I'm fixing to push it
Uncharted.
right now, brother. Fixing to push it right now. Of course, guys, you're watching State of the Atmosfere, where we talk about pop culture stuff, movies, TV shows, games, all that good stuff. And if you're joining us late, go back and watch. We talked about the Oscars, and we talked about Palworld, that game that's taken over the video game scene. We do this every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, here in about a half an hour, you can watch John on Game Night on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel playing Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. This is basically Uncharted 4. And so tune in for that here in a little bit. Support John as he screws up all the puzzles and gets killed a lot because he doesn't know what cover is. He never ducks behind anything and just keeps shooting. But anyway, that'll be on in half an hour on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. And then the next time you'll see me, oh, and by the way, he plays on Fridays. He plays Baldur's Gate at 8 p.m. also on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. Next time you'll see me is on Saturday. My schedule has changed. I work on Thursday and Friday nights now. So Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time, you can watch me sketching the Privateer, working on my passion project, my comic book, The Story of America's Pirate Patriot. That's 1:30 p.m. Central Time on Saturdays. And then this Sunday, it's championship weekend in the NFL. We got 2 games for all the marbles. We got the Detroit Lions they are going to San Francisco to play the 49ers. And we got the champs that are still in it, the Kansas City Chiefs, going up there to play the Baltimore Ravens. So we'll be breaking out all the games from last weekend in the divisional round, and we'll be talking about the coaching carousel, everything NFL at 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday. And either Sunday or Monday, we're going to do the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Mondays just aren't going to work for my brother, I don't think. So we may be moving that to Sunday night, or I may be shuffling some other things around. Don't know yet, but excuse me. The Brothers Hack the Matrix should come your way Sunday evening at some point. I'm not quite sure the time. I'll let you guys know as the week progresses. And also on Monday, I'll be on with Gary on Pop Culture Minefield talking a little Rambo. That's Rambo. That's part 4 of the series, but it's Rambo. And we'll be talking about that at 10 a.m. Central Time on Monday on Pop Culture Minefield's channel, Military Monday. And then if you missed our Cannon Field Club breakdown of Cobra, you need to go watch it. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast doing that. We're getting back to music this week, I believe. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. I can't remember what he said, but we're going to be doing that on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then Tuesday, I'll be pulling out Stuntman Ignition again and failing a whole lot as I have a cocktail playing some Stuntman Ignition on the PS3. So be sure to tune in on that Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time, and then it's right back to Wednesday and this show here. So for myself and the Knockster and John Das Wolfen, we want to thank you for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. Yeah, I got to run out there and eat my steak, so I'll go watch John. Have a good night, boys and girls. See you next time.